Wow, that's more than usual.
The governor would be disappointed.
We're in for a show today.
The governor would be disappointed if I didn't have my cards. Do you know?
Step up and hold those for you while you're doing it.
Yes. Sheriff Ivey and I put bad guys in jail. Our criminal justice system holds them accountable, and the federal government lets them into your neighborhood to rob and pillage and steal and rape and murder. Our governor is a leader. He's saying, look, the people of the state of Florida, the people of the United States of America elected Donald Trump because Donald Trump said he was going to fix this illegal immigration issue, and our top priority is the illegal immigrants in this country that are committing crime. So I want to give you just a quick snapshot of why our governor is saying Florida needs to set the example for the other states to support the president to get rid of these criminals who are victimizing our people. How about Edie Grandos? He's not only here illegally, he killed a 21-year-old. He was leaving the scene of a crash, no driver's license, in Homeland, Florida. Think about that for a minute. We had another instance where we arrested a guy 4 times for no driver's license, and ICE never deported him. Oh, that's minor. And then he ran over someone on a scooter and killed them. Had he been deported for violating the law, that person riding the scooter would be alive and well today. And then there's Elmer Kennel. He's 24. 2 people died, and a 18-year-old high school girl will be injured with issues forever because he was here illegally from Guatemala, caused a car crash, and 2 people died. This is a snapshot. We could give you hundreds. Dorito Casto. He was deported 2 times. He came back, he had a crash on 1792, DUI manslaughter, after he was already deported 2 times. How about Ernesto Morales, who's 32? His hit and run killed a 5-year-old little girl when he ran into the rear end of her car on Highway 60. How about Arnaldo Paz, who's 39? He murdered a 74-year-old lady in Polk City. None of these people should have been here to have created these crashes and murdered these people. How about Juan Orgozo? He's 36, attempted murder. He did a home invasion and told the lady, shut up or I'll kill you. She was there. As the governor said, they didn't care that that someone was there. They wanted to go in and steal stuff. And then there's the frost-proof murder by Miguel Cazame, who's 47. Now, folks, that should shock your conscience. But how about this? We have one of our victims here today. Professional criminals out of Venezuela. They were arrested in New York, in the city, in the state, and not held accountable. They ended up here. They're very good, very experienced, very professional criminals. They would go to restaurants, and they focused on our Asian residents and business people. They would photograph the restaurant inside and out. They would identify the owners. They would stalk them back and forth to their homes. And when they patterned them, then they would break into their homes and steal and steal and steal. Of the 9 cases we charged these folks with initially, 7 of them were our Asian American friends. They were here illegally. The Biden administration didn't care. We talked about that. Now we've got a governor who said, look, the people have voted and we want to get ahead. We want to set a state model. Our Senate and our House are the best in the nation, and they're led by professionals that I have the highest respect for. we have to come together and set the state model that supports the federal model so that we get the illegal criminals out of this country. Now, what's interesting about that, Governor, is the federal regulations as they currently are, the 287G and the housing short-term and the housing long-term, are full of strings that are woke left. So adopting, we're going to support these federal legislations in their current form is absolutely a non-starter, unacceptable. The Trump administration has to immediately go from top to bottom in those regulations and get rid of that stuff. What we have to do, and our governor is setting the leadership, our Senate and our House will set the leadership, is say, hey, we in Florida are going to support what the voters of this state and the other states said, and we're going to craft policy that mandates for those that want to ride the fence that you actively get engaged in getting these criminals out of our community. I'll close with this. Governor, I still can't imagine why people think more of illegal aliens committing crime than they do honest, law-abiding citizens of the state of Florida and the United States of America. I don't understand that. But we've got a governor that says we're going to look out for the law-abiding citizens, for the children, for the good people of the state of Florida. We're going to set the model for the other states to follow. Our legislators who are brilliant, our leadership in the legislature is brilliant. We're going to make sure that we just don't carte blanche accept the federal positions because it's full of woke craziness. I mean, there's one provision if you are going to house these illegal immigrants that have committed crime long-term for the federal government, you've got to ask the person, do you identify as a male or a female? And who would you like to search you on the way in the jail? And we've got to have medical check you 3 times a week and blah. You know, just gag me with it. That's the craziness that's written into the legislation. So listen, those of you that are writing for the Trump administration, get that crap out and let us do what we do best. The law enforcement officers of the state of Florida will do their job. Our governor is the leader. Our governor is saying, now's the time and we're the place to set the example of how we can protect people and keep them safe in the free state of Florida. And I leave with this message: southbound and down. Do it yourself. You can self-deport and avoid a lot of prison sentence. But it's time, southbound and down. Thank you, Governor.
Are you up next? Okay. All right, more visual aids than normal. So we got our money's worth this morning from Grady. Okay.